Top of the world on Pb2X with tips on battling from the bunkers, the ABCs of ankle injuries, and a visit to the dog pound. Load them up and let's go.
They call me Bates, James Bates, and I'm surrounded by golden guns here today, all kinds of them in Orlando, Florida, at the World Cup of Paintball. All these guys and girls gunning for glory. Some of the best in the world have gathered right here to try to take home that world championship. And we're gunning for one heck of a show today on Paintball 2 Extremes. Isn't that right, Miss Jen?
You got it. We're going to introduce you to Chachi's favorite team, the veterans and the young pups of the Naughty Dogs. We're also going to get an expert to show you how to dodge the Doritos and tackle the tacos and battle the bunkers. But before that, we're going to get some good competition action, right, James?
1, 2, 3. Hey, go, boy!
Oh, yeah, Jen, we're ready. We're all ready. We've got NRG on the left, the Skull Hunters on the right, breaking it down and breaking it out. Little Pro-Am 5-man action here at the 2004 World Cup. Let's get it on.
Yeah, they're getting it on all right, James, and there's one of the Skull Hunters headed to the dead box. Skull Hunters broke out a little conservative in the middle. They pushed their right side up along the snake. Meanwhile, NRG is pushed to their right, and they're down in this Y trying to find some angles.
Each team, as you look from above, has its own Y, and then up at the top, you saw the big snake, Doritos at the end, and in 5-man, remember, that flag hangs right there in the middle. Everybody's focused on that orange flag.
That's right, James. There's Art Land from NRG. He's crawled forward. He's actually in the Y now. He's working both sides of it, trying to find an angle, trying to find some targets. He's done a good job of getting here. Now he just needs to stay alive and either do damage or, at a minimum, get attention. That's important because of the position he has.
Art Land, the young rookie here for NRG, and a lot of rookies on NRG going up against the more experienced Skull Hunters. A few pros sprinkled in there, and there goes Art.
Yeah, one of the Skulls, obviously, one of the Skull Hunters did their job there. Art's walking off the field now. Now we'll see if the Skull Hunters take advantage of this and push that side.
Well, they're trying to work it. What do they need to do to get that side?
They'll try to push what's the lower part of your screen here to this Y. The Skull Hunters want to get to this Y to find the angles. And again, take advantage of the fact they shot the other Y out. There he's there. Now he's crawling forward. Very similar maneuver. See if he works this any differently. He is. He's working the outside of the Y as opposed to the inside. Looking for a better angle. He's trying to shoot that midfield now.
Got a good angle. There
he goes. That player's hit.
NRG player, and there's the ref cam moving in there, taking him down. Making sure of it. There goes the flag. Oh, almost a grab for the flag, and the Skull Hunters cleaning the field, and they'll clean out NRG. So there you go. First look at it, a whole lot more to come.
You gotta love World Cup. But save some of that love now, because you also gotta love Paintball 2 Extremes, a world-class show. Now, the class you just saw, that was just the tip of the Pb2X iceberg, because when we come back, we'll take a sneak peek at some of the hottest new items on the market. And we'll introduce you to some of the naughtiest kids in the paintball kennel. All that and more when Pb2X comes back.
Paintball 2 Extremes is brought to you by National Paintball Supply, the world's largest paintball supplier. By Bob Long, the man behind the world-renowned Intimidator. And by 32 Degrees, cool as ice.
Welcome back to Paintball 2 Extremes. I'm your host, James Bates, feeling kind of like a kid in a candy store today. One of the things that makes World Cup so cool is the truckloads of new products that they bring in and launch at these events. Oh, I've never seen these before. Jammies. You're going to be a little paintballer when you grow up, you are. Well, even if you don't need jammies, there's tons of other cool products here. Check it out. Now, you may already have all these new goodies. Heck, you may even have some of those really neat jammies, but it doesn't make a bit of difference if you don't play smart. That's why when we want to get our game on, we turn to the pros, and today, we're talking bunkers.
Hi, I'm Ryan Gray from Texas Storm. Today we're going to talk about bunker play. There's basically 3 different types of bunker on the field that you'll be playing. There's a laydown like this, a snake, or a stand-up. When playing a laydown like this, it's important to be small, stay tight. You can back away from the bunker a little bit, look at your targets, make sure that you can see everybody. Every now and again, it's always a good idea to come up, make sure you can see people, and go immediately down. Don't stay over the top. You get shot that way. There's also snake bunker, like this. While playing a snake, you're probably going to be sliding in, so it's important to come up quick and see where your targets are. You don't want to be too aggressive here, but you want to know what's going on. So when you're in here, you want to start off and check off from the 50 or the middle of the field over. So whatever your biggest angle is, whoever your biggest threat is, you want to shoot them first, all right? Now, the next style bunker is a stand-up. In a stand-up bunker, you're probably going to be either a back player or a mid player or closing the field. While playing a stand-up, it's important to keep your gun up at all times. You've got a huge barricade here. You can back up a little bit, you can play it up to the front, get into the bunker, but keep your gun up. Keep your mouth rolling. You're one of the communicators.
So now you know how to use those Doritos, snakes, to your advantage. And, well, I don't know if there are any pandas out there, but if there was a panda out there, you could hide behind that too. I hope he takes that off his shoulders before he plays. He wouldn't be too fast, would he? And speaking of fast, hey, it's time for the 1-minute review. What do you say we get going?
One of the newest markers out there today is the new Mongoose 2 Reincarnation LCD version. And one of the features we have on this gun here is the LCD display with the push button in the back to adjust your shot counter, game timer, and your cycle rate. The Mongoose 2 also features an expansion chamber and a volumizer. Both these will help you increase your air efficiency and be more consistent velocity. One of the unique features that the Mongoose 2 Reincarnation has is that it has a clamping feed neck, which securely fits your hopper on there. During high-action games, your hopper will not fall off. Another feature that the Mongoose 2 Reincarnation has is it's a quick stripping Delrun bolt, which makes it nice for field stripping while you're playing. And the Mongoose 2 Reincarnation also has an aftermarket barrel with spiral porting, and it also accepts spider threaded barrels. So when you're ready to step up your game, the Mongoose 2 would be my choice.
When they say World Cup, they mean World Cup, and not just the players, but the referees as well. I'm here with Klaus Jenkinson, who's come with 9 of his friends all the way from England. Klaus, how does the game here differ from that in England?
It's so much faster. It's so much faster. We have actually had to step up our game as refs just to control the game. But I think the players appreciate that.
So you've had to change how you do things?
We just make it faster. We do this exactly as we do it at home, except it's faster here. That's how we do it.
So for the players, they have to be on the field just a couple times a day, but for the refs, it's from sun up to sundown. So Klaus, go get back on the field. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Disney's Wide World of Sports and the World Cup of Paintball. Hi everybody, I'm James Bates, and you know the World Cup of Paintball is basically the Masters, the Indy 500, the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup, all rolled into one wild weekend here in the Sunshine State. Whole lot of glory, and at times, a little bit of pain. Last year we saw one of the sport's top stars go down with a bad ankle injury, and now in the safety zone, J.J. Brookshire is going to try to keep you safe from all that. And here in the zone, you know, we've got you covered from head to toe. A few weeks ago on the show, we showed you the goggle system, protected on the head, all the way down to the ankles. The ankle injury being the most common injury on the paintball circuit. And, well, shoes like these help to prevent those.
That's right. This gives you the ankle support to prevent the ankles from turning, getting ankle injuries. At the same time, they give you good grip on the playing field. So it works out well for the acceleration, stopping, starting that you need when playing a game of paintball.
A lot of times out in scenario situations, you'll see guys with combat boots on or hiking boots. Not quite the traction, but it still serves its purpose with the ankles.
Exactly. In that case, you're worried about ankle protection, not quite so worried about the traction, because in those cases, they may be walking across rocky terrain or something like that, and a cleat would actually give them problems. There, they're looking for the ankle protection, and they're looking for a shoe that's comfortable for long-term wear. They're wearing it for hours on end, marching, walking throughout the woods.
If anybody does get injured here at the World Cup this year, the athletic trainers are on hand to give prompt and professional attention. But the players are not thinking about injuries, they're thinking about victories. So let's go check in for some more 5-man final round action.
All right, Jen, over here at the 5-man Pro-Am final action, Rocky Knuth and company trying to get his Naughty Dogs ready to go up against NRG. We saw them lose to the Skull Hunters earlier, and they've really got their hands full now against the Naughty Dogs, one of the best in the land.
The Dogs bring out 2 shooters, and there's Rocky. One of their shooters is gone. He takes it right in the goggles. He's on his way out. Now here's Art Land moving up again to the Y for NRG. See if he can do a little better this time. Maybe do some damages in there. Working a little different side of it this time.
And look at the left side of your screen. One of the Naughty Dogs moving down the snake, JJ.
Yeah, I believe that's Mark Kolick there moving up the snake. And he's tearing them up.
Yeah, one to the hamstring. That's got to hurt a little bit for the NRG.
Yeah, 1 NRG player's left. That's our buddy Art, again, down the bottom of the screen in the Y. And the Naughty Dogs are converging on him.
Here they come. There's Kolick. And Kolick sends one right off his skull. So the rookie goes down, and it's really a rookie-filled team here at NRG, going up against a bunch of pros and showing you why they are the professionals here in this match. The Naughty Dogs will hang that flag, and we'll see more of these guys later.
20 balls a second. That's what, 1,200 balls a minute? You like that math? Well, you don't like carrying them around in plastic bags, so how are you going to get those balls around? You need a good pack, right, Chris?
That's right, James. This is a new pack by Empire. There's a lot of key features on this. First of all, let me point out the hidden pocket in here. You can keep your wallet, keys, ID, or whatever you need to keep in there secure with you the whole time. Underneath it here is the actual beginning of the belt. What you want to do is put it around your waist, pull it snug. After you got that one snug, chase it up with this one, tighten it up around the rest of you. Sure fit, not going to move. Both sides do the exact same thing. The actual pod loops that we have in here have these little pull tabs for easy access for when you're really reloading your pad. Just slide it right in there and good to go. You don't have to use that at all by any means. You can just use the 4 that are main here. Where the pods are located in here, there's a plastic polymer sleeve that's actually a no friction plastic. Really quick access if you need that pod really super fast, slides right out, no problem. On the opposite side of this pack, we have a no-slip back pad. Keep it exactly where you want. If you've ever been running through, to bunker somebody and the pack falls halfway down around your ankles, you're not going to be able to go much further.
Well, a lot of action today in the National Paintball tent, and always tons of action in Paintball 2 Extremes. The magazine, a little while ago on the show, we showed you how an issue like this one is written, photographed, and even printed. A lot of hard work goes into making these things crammed full of goodies, and this month is no exception.
The January issue will include complete coverage from here at the Cup, a look at the ladies of Empress, and a review of The Nerve. Pick one up and enjoy. Paintball 2 Extremes is brought to you by Diablo, play with fire. By Empire, it's a lifestyle. And by National Paintball Supply, the world's largest paintball supplier.
And welcome back, everybody, to the wide world of Paintball 2 Extremes. I'm your host, James Bates, and for weeks now, my co-host, Jen Pierce, has been hounding me to throw her a bone so she can do a story on one of her favorite teams. So, all right, Jen, we'll play that game. What do you say you fetch us up something on everybody's favorite bad boy breed, the Naughty Dogs?
Originally known as the Raptors, the Naughty Dogs are one of the most feared teams in paintball. And whether it is X-Ball or 5-man, the image is one that the team loves to exploit. For the last 2 years here at the World Cup, the Dogs' scrappy attitude has made them an undefeated force in 5-man play.
5-man's more of an individual talent than it is a team. You know, I mean, there's a lot of team play in there, but a lot of it has to do with individual talent. So I think we had a lot of really talented individuals on our team, so that's why we do well.
But success is not just due to talent. The team also is one of the most dedicated and disciplined in the sport.
You gotta work out every day, and you gotta practice 2-3 days a week, every week. So it's pretty much paintball's your life.
And of course, having 2 highly competitive brothers on the same team never presents a problem.
We fight more than anybody else on the team fights. So generally we get along pretty well because we play off each other pretty good, and we've been together so long, but we both have our different opinions on stuff.
The Naughty Dogs wanted to have a way that they could keep up their string of successes. And one of the best ways that they found they could do that is to have a younger team that they could mentor. And that's the reason for the formation of the Naughty Dogs Junior.
Paintball, you can't build for the now, you got to build for the future. You have a group of about 30 kids, and we usually take like the top 10 to 15 and just work with them and groom them. And then when those other kids start getting better, we know that we work them into the system.
The juniors have performed well this week and are reaping the benefits of being around the big dogs at one of the finest schools in the sport.
This is the World Cup, so you got the best of the best. So you just got to play, you got to bring your A game.
And that high caliber competitiveness will be needed for the dogs to get a special treat.
Three-peat would be awesome. Sweet.
Corey, T-back, you guys know that, you know, if you get the flagpole, we want to know. All right, cool.
Sibo. And there are those Naughty Dogs looking for the three-peat. Matt Chim reminding his guys, all we need is the flagpole for the win. Going up against the Skull Hunters, 106. The point total right now for the Skull Hunters coming into this final, and 192 for the Naughty Dogs. So a big hill to climb, but they can do it. They've got to play some paintball right now in the 5-man Pro-Am final here at the World Cup in Orlando, and it's on.
Yeah, the Skull Hunters have broken out pretty strong. They know they have to win this game, and they have to win it decisively. They have to have at least an 86-point spread in this game to take the World Cup.
They're moving the feet, moving the triggers, and moving the jaws. Most importantly, communication is so big in this 5-man play. Everybody focused on the flag in the center of the field. And remember, if the Naughty Dogs capture it, they win the World Cup and three-peat 3 years in a row here in Orlando, and now they're moving.
Yeah, nice double move by the Naughty Dogs. The Naughty Dogs know they need first pull of the flag, meaning they have to pull the flag without getting shot. They can get shot 2 steps later, but they have to pull the flag clean. If they do that, they win the World Cup.
And how about this paintball right in your living room over the shoulder of the Skull Hunter as he takes out a Naughty Dog. Referee will take him out. And there's that flag right in the middle of the field. There's Tyler McCleskey down in the bottom left corner of your screen for the Naughty Dogs. He knows if he pulls that flag, his Naughty Dogs are world champions. On the other side, the Skull Hunters, they've got to win and win big if they want to take home the championship.
Yeah, this one player that did the damage a moment ago, now he's watching the flag as well. He has to keep Tyler from pulling the flag, and he knows that. And he's really the Skull Hunter's best hope at keeping the flag from being pulled because of his proximity to the flag right now.
20 points awarded to the team that pulls that flag. They don't have to go hang it, they just have to pull it. And there you see the barrage of balls protecting that orange flag in the middle of the field by the Skull Hunters.
Yeah, more than that, I think they may be trying to shoot the flag off the pole, which is actually a smart move. If you get the flag on the ground, it's more difficult for the other team, or for any team, to pull it for that matter. And there they did it.
There he goes. These guys are sharpshooters.
Yeah, that's actually a very smart move. It makes it much more difficult to get a clean pull because you have to run and stoop for the flag or dive for it. You can't hit it at a dead run the way you can when it's hanging on the pole.
Well, McCleskey may have that in mind. He pops up on his knees there in the near Y. Up in the far Y, there's a Skull Hunter pops up. He's gone. Oh, he's gone again. Little bonus ball for you. Wants to make sure Tyler's clean. And he must be, and he's going. Oh, did he get it, JJ?
Yeah, I think he got it clean. He got a couple of steps. He's shot in the back from the far side there. The near player did not shoot him.
So Tyler McCleskey, a few bonus balls for him, just pulled the flag for the Naughty Dogs. Now, technically, he should stand there and hold it if he did get the points. 20 points awarded to the Naughty Dogs. And no, Skull Hunters do not get it. He's hit before. Wow, we've got some drama in Orlando.
Quite a bit of drama. The Skull Hunters are not sure if he actually got the pull because they didn't leave him standing there holding the flag. So therefore, the Skull Hunters went for the flag. The Skull Hunters are down to 2-on-1 now. They've lost 3 players, which means the Naughty Dogs will win this World Cup. The Skull Hunters may not realize this. Then again, they may just be playing for the pride and the glory of taking them out.
Well, how's that for glory? Big shot to the bicep of the last remaining Naughty Dog. And the last remaining Skull Hunter now will pick up that flag and finally hang it down at the other end. They're fired up, but when the dust settles, even more fired up will be those Naughty Dogs, 3-time world champions.
Rocky, you got the 3-peat. How do you feel?
Feel good, really good, feels good.
All right, what about that last game?
Last game was tough. We went for the flag. The guy that shot our player was hit, so the ref gave us a flag pull, which locked in the first place.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
World Cup gear here. Who needs it? Hey, congratulations to the Naughty Dogs pulling off that hat trick. But you know, really, the biggest winners are you guys because you get to check out next week's show. We'll double your pleasure from this week with World Cup action featuring 10-man competition, and we'll give you some tips on how to improve your aim and increase your accuracy. So don't be a sucker. Make sure you check us out next week. For Jen Pierce, I'm James Bates. We'll see you next Saturday.